All right, yesterday we introduced the channel. I want to start putting some content out there, and the agenda is we're going to build a company from zero to $100,000. It'll probably be owner distribution or profit, however you want to look at it, but it'll clear net 100 grand, and it'll do that within 12 months' time. So anybody can do this. There's two things that I would look at if I lost everything I had today and needed to get something rolling immediately. I look at two things: my skill set and my network. I wouldn't look at how much capital I had. I would look at none of that because that's going to vary from $0 to $1 million. I need something right now. So Ross approaches me and says, "Hey man, I want to learn the game. I'm tired of the corporate world. Let's get to work with something." I said, "About time, let's rock and roll." And so we started kicking some ideas around. So Ross's skill set, very strong people skills, heck of a salesman. He's strong, healthy, fit, good leader of people. Okay, perfect. Put that in our basket. His network was lacking, especially because he's new to the area. So the good news is he knows me, and I got a massive opportunity to help my business, and we can create one. I spend $1,000 a week on a delivery service. It's very hard work, very niche. Not a lot of people do it well, so it's expensive. Great business to be in, okay? What we want to do is create a business where Ross can become the man making that $1,000 a week. For me, it's an initial contract, and then the business is insanely scalable. I know the market. So the network came in to help. So Ross had never done anything like this before. We said, let's look at it. And first thing we wanted to do was build a business plan. So did you get to do a business plan?
I did. A couple rough drafts, but got to finalize one.
Awesome. So why do a business plan? Why did I ask Ross to bring me a business plan when we started cooking this idea up? Number one, it's a time saver. I have started a dozen businesses in my career when I was younger, really. I mean, a kid. That some of them made some money, some of them lost some money, some of them broke even, some of them I didn't keep books on, who knows what they did. They had no business plan. I would think of an idea, I'd try it, and I'd immediately start buying stuff, buying product, buying marketing. Just, it was so foolish. Some of them could have been successful had I set up the business plan. The other thing it's going to do is it's going to show you your risk exposure. What's out there? What do you need to see? You can project some of your upside, but you're more looking for the risk to see what's going to come and get you that you're not expecting. So there's a million ways to do it. Here's how I do it. Number one is an executive summary. That's your skills that we talked about in the other video. Who am I? What can I do? What's the business going to do? Throw a mission statement in there. It's you bundling up your skills and taking them to market to fulfill the goal of whatever you're trying to do. The next thing you want to look at is just simply what is the business? The name, the color scheme, are there partners? Who are you using on this? You're going to have a team, a few little things like that. Simple description. Next is 3 parts. Target, verticals for growth, and your competition. That's your market analysis piece. That's all you need. Who are you going to go after to get the business? We had an easy one. We're going to do the store.
Sure.
Exactly. And in other furniture stores. Verticals were things like what? We said estate sales.
Going into estate scales, taking people's old stuff out.
Yeah, some junk removal. I mean, there's a lot of verticals that we were able to look at. And then competition. And then you can make your decision. Is there a ton of competition and not much opportunity? Is there a ton of opportunity, not much competition? Is there competition way over here with opportunity, but there's some opportunity over here with no competition? This is where we know we're going to make some money. Marketing and sales, this is where the network piece comes in. I don't know if you look at quarters or months or what. Our first quarter or two in this business will be advertised 100% through the network part. I know everybody in town by now. Rick knows everybody in town by now. We're not going to need to go and send out mailers and do a digital campaign, a website, all that garbage you got to spend money on. that a lot of times you have to farm out and you don't have control over, use your network. They're going to be happy to help you. So, no problem. Next, your operations plan. This one's going to be easy. We can steal the one that I have now. But if you're doing one, you're going to want to look at how is this business going to function day to day, week to week? What am I going to use to get the stuff? What people am I going to need? What systems am I going to have in place? It's going to be things that generate the function of the business every day. So for ours, I've already got a system in place for delivery. We're going to use that exact system. It uses a system of emails, it uses a system of sheets, delivery, pickup, bunch of slips. It's very easy. It's been well refined, so we can steal it. This could probably be its own video, the op plan, and it is going to be one of the most specific pieces of it. From market to market, it's going to vary, greatly. A guy that's doing landscaping is going to have a much different ops plan than a furniture delivery driver.
I think that'd be a good one to do a deep dive into on a separate video.
Deep dive. We'll look at it when we look at yours, I think. So the next two things, the last two is your risk analysis. Ross came up with a really good one with labor.
Employees, the dependability of
the dependability of your employees. Exactly. It's hard. It's a labor job. Are these guys going to show up? A lot of folks I network with, probably some of the first people to see this video will know it's hard. So how do you counter that? Start thinking about it now. Do you need to overstaff? Do you need to have some backfill? Do you need to schedule on a day when you know these guys are available? Whatever the case may be. There were some other risks we saw in there. We can deep dive that too. Last is the exact service you're offering and how you're going to price it. So we do ours, again, the network. I've got the information. I know to the penny what it costs to run that truck every day.
Mm-hmm.
How much money do you want to make? All right. Add those two together. There's your price. You want to make $50 and it costs $50. It's $100 a delivery, $100 an hour, $100 a unit, whatever you want to do. Divide. It's very simple. If you're going into a market that you don't know, always add to your expense load. I can see it very easily, but there's going to be stuff that come up. I've got 12 years of data. I know exactly what it's going to cost. If you're starting out from scratch, be very careful. I don't mind working to learn if you want to undercut your price a little bit to learn, but you cannot do that for long and stay in the game. You cannot grow by doing that. So go high. If you're not sure, add 10%, 20% to what those expenses are going to be. Keep what you want to make that's going to keep you engaged in the business and keep going on there. So that's how I do it. Next video, we're going to let Ross talk about his experience going through the process.